Morning, Judy.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
If this light is green, that means it's on.
Yes, should.
Good morning, everybody. We are just about to get underway with our Fort County Junior Livestock Show for 2023. We're just getting a few things tied up here and we'll get started shortly.
My MC is right there. Got it. Yeah, it's on.
Maddox, you're one with the Saints. You're supposed to be announcing. All right, we're going to start with the final rules today. Our judge is Mr. Tad Knight. He's raised show hogs forever, been involved with the livestock industry forever. He's a representative for
Come on, Mad
Norman
Dog.
Speed.
Slacking already?
We're going to evaluate all these animals, and he's going to do us a great job today. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry. My bad. You already did everything? You already announced first class?
Yeah. I don't believe he said Granger's name or anything like that yet, but he just said.
Should I be like, you sound slacker? We have to do class.
I think he just said what we're starting with. Is all he said.
Sorry that I took so long.
Good morning, everyone. I appreciate the opportunity to be here in Morgan County this morning to work with the kids. I know we only have one entry here in this first final class, but boy, this is a really nice sheep this young man brings out here today. Just love his design and profile. You get your hands on him, he offers a lot coming right out of his blade and all the way down his top. Really smooth made lamb here. Really got some nice muscle laid in him. The young man's just done an exceptional job with this one. Let's congratulate him.
When you have time and during this right time, if you want to, it's your discretion. Like during the morning show, you can tell who some of these sponsors are. If you can go back and you can give some of the sponsors from last night. Goats, we look at those. The goats not giving. Nobody gives an award. Oh, there they are. Mr. Gordon said, you need a break. He help you. It's up to you. You're the boss.
Okay, sounds good.
You got your jokes?
Some of them I
Coming in the ring now with Class 2 fine wool heavyweights. In this class we have Granger Smith and Jet Napper.
You can decide with you want to announce. If you need to kill some time.
do. Okay.
It's up to you.
Thank you.
Up to you. Got any good jokes?
I got some. I
It's
was looking at it, and I didn't know. I thought something was
This is-
but I didn't know. I have some saved, so we'll see. We'll see.
I remember that time you was helping me on the radio when we told some jokes.
She usually finds some real good ones.
Yeah, then one time we decided it was one of the, well, maybe we better not tell that.
That happens sometimes too.
Had to give it the grandmama test, you know.
Yeah, right.
If it passes Granny's Sunday school class, then
Yeah.
we can tell it. If you need something, holler.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Get out here in this heavyweight class of fine wolves, and again, a really nice pair here. I tell you what I see in the difference and what I feel in the difference. I'm going to start with the young man sheep there in black. I just think that one offers up another really nice silhouette out here. I love the way he's constructed from a profile standpoint, structural build. You get your hands on him. That's where to me he excels the young man that's going to be 2 in this class. Just really handles extremely well. When you get right there out of his blade, he's a little more ideal just in terms of where he's at in finish and condition today. And certainly love that hip and hip structure that he has in him and the muscle that's laid in that hip. I think he's just a little further ahead in that regard today than the young man that's going to land in 2. That is a really nice sheep. I think he probably needs a little more conditioning and work there to get to where the one that's above him is here today. But that one there is not too far behind. I think he should be on track, just a little bit behind today. But a really nice pair out here. Let's congratulate these young men for their effort.
For our final heavyweight class, in first place we have Jet Napper, and in second place we have Granger Smith. Now we're going to have our grand drive for our final lambs. And here we have Jet Napper and Granger Smith.
Well, not a lot of numbers here in this final breed today, but I think the quality is really good. I think we've got some pair out here that have an awfully bright future down the road, not the too far distant future here. Just a really nice pair out here. The difference is, again, I think there's one that's just further along in his development today. I think they're both tremendous fine wool sheep. But for me, the one that just kind of puts it all together is this young man's heavyweight. He'll be your champion today.
For your champion final lamb goes to Jet Napper.
Oh, dude.
Bring in that second heavy, another one that's a big, powerful, stout built lamb. I like a lot of things about him. I think when it gets out here and you just get him on the touch, I think there's an individual that more closely follows our champion, just in design and type. And again, I really appreciate this one to the touch when I get my hands on it. The lightweight's going to be my reserve today.
And your reserve champion for fine wool lambs goes to Granger Smith. Now coming in the rear of the fine wool crosses lightweights. In this class we have Brecken Barons.
Get into these fine wool cross lambs, and again, single entry here, but this young man does a nice job. He brings in a really nice fine wool cross ewe lamb, and one that I appreciate the way this one is constructed. Just offers up a really nice profile. Love the extension up front. And again, handles extremely well for where she's at age-wise and within her lifespan here. Just young man does a nice job. Let's commend him, congratulate him for his efforts.
For your first class of fine wool cross, first place goes to Brecken Barons. Your next class is your final cross light middleweights. In this class, you have Jet Napper and Briar Barons.
Nice pair of middleweights here in this particular class, and both of them offer up a good design and look. They're really sound when they can hit the ring. The differences being, I think there's just one that overpowers the other one just in terms of muscle. Love this one coming right out of his blade, just explodes with shape and carries that all the way down to the big square, thick, muscular rump. Young man's going to land in one today. Young lady's just a good made one, but the difference being she's just a little lighter muscle, little plainer coming out of that blade relative to this really powerful sheep that's going to win. That one just needs a little more time. But let's commend these young people for a really nice pair.
For your final cross light middleweights, first place goes to Jet Napper, and second place goes to Briar Behrens.
Briar got first.
Jet.
Jet got first. Thank you.
Coming into the ring now, we have final cross middleweights. In this class, we have Harbor Hill.
You know, I only have like 10 kids. That's crazy. Sometimes it's so. Usually just at least 10. Yeah, next year they're gonna be 14 because I'm gonna try to get out of it. And I'm gonna start doing it next year. And I'm gonna show. I use Nicholas with you. I think he's showing the classes. So it's consistent.
Young lady brings a nice one here, single entry in this class, but we have to really appreciate the attractiveness of this lamb. This from a profile and genuine build, and the way this one proportions from the side. You get your hands on him, and again, he's got some muscle and some thickness down that top side, and into that romping leg, and just one that she ought to be awfully proud of. I think she's going to have a good future down the road. Let's congratulate this young lady.
For your final cross middleweights, first place goes to Harbor Hill.
Like if you had a little injury, like just telling me I get yeah. There's no reason to waste that much time. Let him say it but I mean I guess kids have to be occupied. Like
Coming into the ring, final cross heavyweights go. Oh my goodness! Wow, I messed it up so bad, y'all. I'm sorry.
Wake up, Mad Dog.
We have Jet Napper in this class.
Somebody needs her coffee.
I know.
Young man brings one that's just really powerful in his handle, and just one that's really made good, real proportional from the side, and love the correctness of build and his lines that he shows me here today. Again, you just get your hands on him, and he's a handful when you get down out of into his blade, down his top, and certainly a big square muscular rump. Let's commend him for bringing a really nice sheep here today.
Now we're going to have our champion drive for final cross. Here we have Brecken Barons, Harbor Hill, Jet Napper, and I'm pretty sure another Jet Napper shown by Lane.
What's Lane's last name? Yeah. You're right.
Wetzel.
Yeah, you're right. I just didn't know this. I said Lane.
You can call Lane Van Gogh because he owns all of the paint in basketball.
Huh?
You can call Lane Van Gogh because he owns all of the paint in basketball.
Oh my gosh. That's so good. No, that's
It's almost as good as a landlord. He's Van Gogh. He owns all the paint.
That's so good.
Or you call him DuPont. DuPont's a paint company.
Huh?
DuPont's a paint company.
Oh, there you go. Oh, sorry.
Lane DuPont Wetzel.
The click it work.
She's making you work technology too early, ain't she? It's too early for all that.
Shows you just how technologically efficient I am, Mr. Frenzy. I have to have it turn the microphone on. But, real nice set of
There's
five-wheel
Brookie.
crosses
There's
out
Brookie.
here. And,
There's Brookie.
Man, I'll tell you what, you know, we talked to each in class. And
I'm gonna get you all day, girl.
Pattern and design, and they're just genuine in their build and their design, and you know, ultimately, you know, they're just a sheep that overpowers the others. You don't have to handle this one, but I'll tell you, when you do, you get pretty excited, because that was a handful of tremendously big top sheep, big square, thick rump blade ending, big hip sheep. Young man out of the heavyweight class is going to be a champion final across here today.
Your champion final cross goes to Jet Napper.
Look at Jet showing up and just taking care of business first year. Here comes Brookie again. She's gonna stop walking this way eventually. Watch. Goondy keeps putting me on the camera. Dude, I think y'all and my kids are gonna have to start doing this again, Cleet.
What?
Just get our numbers back up. So my kids and y'all,
Next year anyways.
are you?
Oh yeah, we just didn't have.
I think it gets a little closer out here for reserve.
Yeah, we just didn't have electricity
Between
in
a
our
pair of
house.
heavier sheep, and I'll tell you how I see them. You know, just standing off of them.
We may do pigs with y'all. We may be doing pigs with y'all.
Lamb with our champion, young man's driving one here that you get your hands on him, and that's where you really learn to appreciate this one. Comparing the two, you know, one just coming right out of the blade is just tremendously powerful and square, and I love that one. When you first come out of his blade and his touch handle, and then on his top side, I think he's more ideal in terms of where he's at condition-wise. He's going to be my reserve champion.
Okay. So $1,500, right? Okay, so I want to show 4 pigs. That's $10,000 in pigs.
Jeez.
And your reserve champion final cross goes to Jet Napper.
I guess, was that on his light middleweight one, I guess?
The champion is his,
Oh, he won both of them, so it don't matter. Dadgum, Jet.
his heavyweight was the champion.
Okay, thank you.
Jet's already taking care of business. He's showing who owns this place now.
I don't know about that.
No, just wait. My sister's showing him good. She's finally gonna, I think she's gonna decide that jokes are not fun.
Right, now we're down South Down heavyweight, Haven and Granger.
You like doing it?
If I wasn't a poor boy, we'd do steers.
Huh?
If I wasn't a poor boy,
Oh, steers are so fun. I love
yeah, that's what we would do. But radio don't pay that much. And I take all the money from my wife's great nursing job, I guess, that we could
Coming
use on
in the ring
steers.
now, we have our South Down heavyweights. In this class, we have Granger Smith and Haven Hill.
Haven and Granger. And they keep Granger busy, that's for sure. I'm just videoing you all day. I don't know why you keep moving out of my way.
Send me one.
It's all just you. Kids are in the background. No. I'd have some upset folks, I think, if I did that. But we'll show Miss Luanda.
friends here.
Is it not? It's on YouTube.
Well, the link they shared last night.
No, it's a different one this morning. If you'll go to our Facebook page, there's a new link on there.
I think too that when they
Yes,
get the ring,
ma'am.
you know, you have to admire the way they're constructed and they're built and designed. The big difference is being, you know, when you get your hands on them, there's one that certainly handles and better to the touch, both in terms of muscularity and particularly finish. I learned most of what I know about South Down sheep from raising corgi dogs. Because I think they're just pretty much one and the same, and they'll get fat on air if you let them. It doesn't take a whole lot of feed to feed one of these, and so it's easy for them to kind of get a little over-conditioned, and I think certainly that's where this pair ultimately separates themselves. There's one that just certainly more ideal and to
I
the
was sitting there
touch.
thinking, who's
That's
showing
the young lady.
Havens?
She's going to be a champion today. Young man drives a really stout, powerful that's going to
It
be
didn't look like
preserved.
her. The hair's gotten too dark.
For your South Down heavyweights, first place goes to Haven Hill. Second place goes to Granger Smith.
Medium wool. Medium wool. And lightweight. We've got Haven and BK. Bare Knuckles Barons.
I want to go ahead and take this time to thank our 2023 Breed Champion Award sponsors. For our lambs, the Champion Final Lamb Award is donated by Van and Barbara York. Champion Final Cross Lamb Memorial Award goes to Will and Michelle Finizzi, given in memory of Mary John Finizzi. Champion South Down Lamb Memorial Award, Trent and Brandy Smith, given in memory of Charlie Smith. I want to give a round of applause for those people, if you will, please.
Do it? Yeah, the medium wool lightweight, Haven and BK. I know, it's going by quick. It's good. I got a basketball game to get to later, too.
Right now we have our medium wool lightweights. In this this class, we have Haven Hill and Brett Kate Behrens.
Bare knuckles. Man. Mr. Allen trying to not get on video. I'm gonna put it right in your ear for that.
Both these young ladies do a great job, and they brought a nice pair out here today to start the Blackface division. And you know, both these, this is probably one of my closest placings here today out here. I just really love their design, and the stitching up front, the look that they offer, the levelness of hip that they have from a design standpoint. Get your hands on them. I think to me there's just one. Again, just right out of the blade and coming down the top, just has a slight edge over the other one. The young lady here in the red's going to win this, and the young lady over here to my left's going to be second. Again, a pair of really nice ewe lambs, and I commend them for bringing such high quality lambs here today. Really good tight placing there. That's how I see it. Congratulations.
For your medium wool lightweights, first place goes to Haven Hill, and second place goes to Brett Kate Behrens. Coming in now, we have our medium wool middleweights. In this class, we have Callan Keeler and Dalton Wetzel.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Do I know who it's gonna be? Like who's gonna win each cup?
Thought I was gonna get off easy in this sheet the other
I
day.
think I know who it is.
Guess I gotta earn my keep.
I think it's
I think this pair is really close. I don't know if you get a whole lot closer out here. I love the way these sheep are made, their design and what they offer, the extension and the balance that they show from a profile standpoint. They both handle exceptionally well. When it gets right down to it, I think there's one that just is a notch more explosive. Right out of his blade, out of her blade rather, and that's this young man's here to my left. He's gonna win this class by a slight margin. Two very high quality lambs. Congratulations, young man, you did a good job. Congratulations. I hate that you have to be second today because I think it's just exceptionally close. This comes down to a minor advantage there in terms of muscularity in the top. So congratulations. Look forward to seeing this pair again here shortly.
For your medium middleweights, first place goes to Dalton Wetzel. Second place goes to Callan Keeler. Now we have our medium wool heavyweights. In this class, we have Lane Wetzel and Granger Smith.
Hand that to her and see if she can read all of what I wrote down.
Right now?
You don't have to say it now, just in between. I guess when they bring all the medium wools out for the champion, you can fit it in between there. You don't have to say all of it, but maybe say the top part first.
Okay.
And then a little on, we can thank our sponsors for it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you. I know there's a lot of people here that don't know how to tell people at home to watch since we're doing YouTube for the first time.
We're all good.
But not everybody has Facebook, so that's why I've switched to YouTube. How are you, buddy?
Good.
I didn't realize you weren't cleat till just now. He snuck out and you snuck in on me. Did good? You got some more? You got some goats?
No, that was the only one I had.
That's all you had? Well, good. Makes it easy. It's less work
I
when you
only
just got
had 2
one.
days to learn how to set it.
Get another nice pair out here. We've got a couple
It's also
that
like
are
one
in that
because I
150 to
started
160
yesterday.
range. They're getting up there.
Good job, man.
Getting more close there.
Just imagine if you put in a lot more
to
work.
ready in the big scheme
Yeah,
of
we
things.
started
But
that well.
two
We
that,
only had, like,
again,
one
just
month
design and profile extremely well.
Are you going to
Both
do any more
of
after
them,
this? Or
just
just
have to
this one?
appreciate their genuine build and structural
San Angelo,
correctness.
it's a fun one.
You know, again, you get your hands on them.
That's where we like to go, because it's not too
They
far.
sort themselves.
There's a really cool hotel there that's got a pool, like a swimming pool inside,
Just more
it's got a
explosive.
inside.
Top side of her skeleton. She's
where we
a
always
bigger,
go.
bigger-legged individual as well, relative
Rookie
to
again.
the
Made the
Smoky
mistake.
Weatherland, and she's going to be first today. So congratulations, young men, for bringing a nice pair.
Lane get first.
For your medium wool heavyweights, first place goes to Lane Wetzel, and second place goes to Granger Smith.
Now you can go ahead and say that top part if you want to, while they're talking. Please.
I want to give a big thanks to Coyote Country Radio for video streaming today's show for those that couldn't be here. If they want to watch, they can search Coyote Country Radio on YouTube for the live video.
Thanks, man, dog. I see that paperback record. The one that I gave her. Thanks, buddy. Lane got first in that one? Or Granger? Was Lane then Granger?
Yes, Lane got first.
Perfect. She's now champion.
Now we're going to have our champion drive for our medium bulls. In this, we'll have Haven Hill, Dalton Wetzel, and Lane Wetzel.
Even more. Why is BK coming in?
Probably just a show one for Lane.
And for reserve, right?
I think Lane had two of them.
I think Lane's gonna win
Haven 1-1, Dalton 1-1, Lane
it. Haven had a bad
1,
start. Lane didn't.
but Lane had a
Bet Lane wins.
yeah he won in middleweight and heavyweight, so one of them's his.
Yeah, Lane definitely won that one. I know that.
After I write down the champion and reserve, I'll give you that paperback, and you can just say the Coyote Country Radio video sponsors are, and then read through those real quick.
Sounds good.
You should have time, I think, to do that. I missed doing it last year, and it feels like I didn't do it for 3 years. It was just 1 year I didn't do it.
I know.
I needed a break. It was easy up until my kids started showing, and then whenever we were doing them showing
Yeah.
two different
Well, it's
kinds
a
of
lot,
animals
yeah.
and me doing this,
It's a lot.
poor Christine was having to do most of the work back there by herself.
Yes.
It's fun. I loved every bit of it, especially when we went to San Angelo. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But trying to do this and that, last year I was like, I'm just gonna take the year off, see if anybody notices. And they did. I got in trouble.
Certainly been a very competitive lamb show here this morning. I can't say enough about the quality of the showmen and the kids here today. And it comes down to ultimately to these three. I think all six are really nice lambs, and some minor differences amongst them, particularly when we get out here and study on these three for our champion. We've got three that are all similar in type of kind of build. They're just really good sheep from a design and silhouette standpoint. And then ultimately,
Who's gonna be the champion? Yeah, who's the champion? Lane on the right. Think Callan's got the reserve. All right, let's see. So he's picking Lane and Callan. See how good Oh, breaking ankles is good at this.
Relatively close between
Maybe a judge one day if you get this right.
Ultimately, when I get my hands on them, there's just one that to me is a little better to
There's you on the actual live stream.
Certainly explosive out of the blade and gives me a handful down the top side. I think is more ideal, particularly for a weight in terms of handle. But ultimately, that's how I kind of see it here today. My champion's going to be the heavyweight.
Good call. Good call. Congratulations, Lane, the champion on the heavyweight for the medium wool. You said Callan?
Yes.
You think's getting the reserve? Maybe.
We pull in the second heavy. That's another lamb. I have to appreciate the design and look
Dalton's pretty though.
that this
He's got a
one
pretty good
offers.
lamb.
Again, patterns extremely well. Ultimately, the way they sort out, in my opinion, there's just one that's more ready today. Handles more powerfully. Young man's middleweight is going to be my reserve.
You're one of two. That's okay. It's all right. So Dalton got reserve and Lane got champion. Good job, Wetzels.
I thought they would go champion and then reserve over
Your champion medium wool goes to Lane Wetzel, and your reserve medium wool goes to Dalton Wetzel.
Okay, there you go. If you want to thank our sponsors for our video, please, ma'am.
I also want to use this time to thank our video sponsors for Powder Country Radio, Stevens and Telchik, S&C Oil Company, SST Wealth Management, Hargrove Crop Insurance, the Cohn family with
The Blue Paw.
the Blue Paw, the Horton family and Simplot Grower Solutions, Borden County EMS, JP Ranch and Feed and Snyder, the legendary Coyote Store, Ralph Miller and
Gavitt Creek Incorporated.
Gavitt Creek Incorporated, Mike and Tammy Valentine with Miller Land and Cat.
Thank you. I know she keeps saying Coyote, don't she? When she says our radio station name. She says Coyote every other time
I'm sorry.
except for when she reads it. It's hard.
I'm not sorry.
Reading
I know.
reading's hard sometimes.
It is, especially in front of everyone.
If you're hunting, they're coyotes though, right?
But like, Coyote Candle.
Yeah, well, we're not Coyote Candle.
Okay, well also,
Your
but I
Coyote
feel
Candle?
like it's a title. So.
No.
It's only a coyote if you're hunting them.
No, I'm sorry. Coyote. I'm sorry.
I'm just giving you a hard time. You're doing great. You're doing fantastic. All right, let's see that back.
What I want.
My paper.
Now we'll move on to our hair sheet. This is our
Thanks,
library
buddy.
class, and this class with Tyler Cole. And another lamp for Tyler Cole shown by Haven Hill.
See, that's why you're the best right there, because you got that info.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Gordon would have missed that.
Because I hear people say that too.
I know,
I
right?
didn't even
It's
realize
just because you're reading.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that I said it. Sorry.
That's
Should I say it? I apologize.
yeah, just say I haven't had my coffee yet. I don't know why I keep saying coyote. That'll be your first good joke of the day to warm me up.
Only two here in the hair sheet for me. I think they're both really good in terms of their build and design. Again, you get your hands on them. There's one that just goes around the blade, squares up there along the edge a little better today for me. And Lady Loren's going to win this class. So on that account here today, I'm taking nothing away from her. I think it's really nice. Again, just doesn't have quite the handle right out of the blade that the young ladies in the red does. But that's a really nice ULAM and U-sheet that you should be proud of. Really, really good pair. Let's congratulate these young ladies.
So which one would be which?
Mr. Allen. Which one?
Which one? Was it 142? 142 was first?
First place for our hair
Thank you.
sheep lightweights goes to Tyler Cole. Second place also goes to Tyler Cole.
So the one she wasn't showing won.
Yeah, but it was higher.
That's a good strategy, though. Let someone else show your best one. That way you show your second best. And it's not a bad strategy. I like
Now
it.
coming in, we have our heavyweight hair sheep. In this class, we have Granger Smith.
I like the strategy there. Good strategery, Brecken. Good strategery.
I've never heard somebody say this.
You've never heard someone say it like that? Strategery?
I like it like that.
Doing good, Granger. Keep it up, Bubba.
Single entry here, one that, again, I appreciate this young man's, just the way she's proportioned out here today and balances out from a profile standpoint. Big caged, one that has that maternal trait going for her here today. Let's congratulate him.
Good job, Granger Smith. Champion drive for hair sheet.
Now we're having our hair sheep grand drive.
I asked her, young lady here, she showed the other one in class, so she must have thought the other one was better. I might have got that wrong, but I don't, in my opinion, she called it, she said, the other one was maybe just a little simple off, and she had to show it a certain way, so that's qualities of a good showman there. As I study these two, again, I like some things about each one of them. There's one that's more right, just in terms of handle, particularly coming out of the blade, and more right just in terms of ideal condition here today. I still think I got that right. You're going to be a champion with this one here today. Congratulations.
Did you call that one? Who called that one? Did you call that one? 1 of 3. Not bad.
2 or 3 actually.
Oh, 2 or 3. I'm sorry. 2 or 3.
You have to show the sheet for someone. For Jet. For who? Jet, this one.
You been around, boy. You got this, Tyler. You show that sheep who's boss. Hey, at least you're smiling. That's good. That's good. Poor kiddos. Stubborn animals sometimes.
Again, we bring in that second place one. Gets a little closer, but I think ultimately the main factor here that's going to lead to my selection of reserve is just one that's more ideal in terms of handle and condition. We've got one that's just maybe perhaps just a little further along in terms of maturity and condition than what I would deem ideal. Reserve champion is going to be the second place winner.
Wow. Reserve and champ. Way to go, Tyler Cole.
Your champion hair sheep goes to Tyler Cole, and your reserve hair sheep also goes to Tyler Cole.
There you go, Miss Cole.
Also earlier, I'm so sorry for saying coyote. I got in trouble. I just want to apologize. I've gone here for 11 years, still say coyote. Just want to apologize. I'm sorry.
I promise. Tell him I promised when I applied for my business, I said coyote. It wasn't Coyote. That makes it to where you have to work for me at least for 2 years for free after you graduate.
Yes.
2 free years of internships at Coyote Country Radio. That is embarrassing. It'd be like me going on the air and be like, welcome to Coyote Country Radio, everybody. Wait, what? That's not right.
Jet, David, Lane, and Tyler.
Twice.
Twice.
No, just once now.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
Jet, Haven, Dalton, Lane. I don't know. I forgot how it works. I guess they don't do like a showmanship drive anymore. They just pick them throughout as they do it.
Pick them throughout the classes.
Save time. That's a lot. I like that a lot better.
Me too.
Like it was cool, but
Yeah.
like you should be judged when you're not thinking about it and having to worry about your animal at the same time, I think. Because when you come out, you don't really worry about your animal that much when you're trying to get
Yeah.
noticed. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? As a showmanship.
Yeah.
I know that's how Kellen always was. I like the way they do it.
I just feel like I'm just gonna call it the Reserve Champions.
I think so. I think that's all who comes out. As we do our Grand Champion drive. Well, maybe not. There's a lot more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, those are all your champions and your reserves.
Now we're gonna have our overall champion lamb. So we have Tyler Cole, Lane Wetzel, Haven Hill, Jet Napper, and Briar Barons. I'm pretty sure she's showing for Jet Napper though.
Got-
Alright, okay, good. Kinda nervous there.
Yeah, you have Jed in there. Dalton, Lane, Tyler.
Yeah, 'cause,
Tyler. She may be showing for Dalton for some reason.
I don't think the reserves are out here yet.
Oh, these are okay. 1, 2. I only got 3 champions.
Jet on final heavyweight. Jet on final class heavyweight. And then Haven on something down.
Oh, I missed something.
Wolf and Tyler for air.
Oh, I missed the hair sheep one there. There we go.
As we conclude our lamb show today, again, I just appreciate the opportunity to work with the kids here. As anything today, you know, guys, it's just my opinion today. So don't get discouraged, you know, after all what I know about sheep, right? But anyway, I've been really impressed. I know there's not a whole lot of numbers here, but you know much about it. I think the quality
I
is
wasn't looking
extremely
at my
good
first
here on
page.
the top end. You know, I
Forgot
talked
about
about
that.
each one of them in class and breed, and I think they're all really good for their respective breed. The fine wolf here is just that's a heck of a fine wolf lamb, in my opinion. Just tremendous. the cross lamb there. You know, we talked about a lot of power in that individual, and we moved through the lineup. It's just really stacked. The black-faced sheep there, another, just really good constructed individual.
This was at
And
100%
the hair
when I
sheep,
started.
ultimately
It's
it's
been
gonna
plugged
come
in the
down
whole
to
time.
the
It's at
pair here.
69 now.
I think the one that I'm going to use, I think
Even though it's plugged
is
in.
a real horse, in my opinion, and I'll go out and name the champion.
That's why I'm glad it's going fast. Jet, was that his cross?
Yeah.
I believe. Was that for his cross? I guess.
I can make sure.
Okay. No big hurry. And then like a boss, he goes and gets another one. Jet Napper. Oh, Jetstream, making his name known already. Look at him. What are you looking at, Briar?
I'm back.
Who's going to win this one? The reserve?
I always win.
Jet again?
Yes.
Thank you.
We go reserve game.
That's what he's picking right now.
Yeah, I think it gets a little closer now out here for reserve, and it comes down to a pair of sheep that.
Who's got the reserve?
Definitely yeah.
Just as I get my hands on them, I think each one's got an advantage or two over the other one.
I think both of those may be his, too.
That's going to be reserved that I think maybe not excel the most in any one area, but when you check all the boxes and
I
add
think
the
that's
totals,
Jet's too.
the next best one, in my opinion, today is this young man's. Congratulations.
Lane. Van Gogh, because he owns the paint. Lane Wetzel getting reserved. How about that? It's all right. What are you, 2 for 4 now? You're 50%. That ain't bad. You can take that. So Lane Wetzel with his medium wool, right?
Your grand champion lamb goes to Jet Napper, and your reserve grand champion goes to Lane Wetzel.
Okay.
Before we start our goat show, I want to thank the rest of our Breed Champion Award sponsors for our lambs. For our Champion Medium Wool Lamb Award is given by Trent and Brandon Smith.
Single Liquor here to start our goat show today, and I'm really excited about this opportunity as well. Young lady brings just a super nice little young doe here. Just love how she's constructed and balances and proportions. I think that one just has a great future ahead of it, whether it's in the show ring or in maybe a breeding herd down the road. So let's congratulate her for bringing a really nice, I call this one a prospect. Congratulations.
First place for your lightweight goats goes to Bailey Pennell. Coming in now is our heavy lightweight goats. In this class we have Bailey Pennell, Zane Beaver, and J. Tom Price.
To just have enough foods and everything to be first and second. We could go to reserve, get a chance to reserve it. Breeding reserve.
Second class here today. I think there's some differences amongst these, and I'll tell you how I see them. Ultimately, I like the design and profile of all three of these. I think there's one that, to me, just puts together more, checks more boxes out here where they're at in this stage of their development. One that's just from a
Hi, girls.
standpoint.
How are y'all? Hi, Miss Harper.
One that's strong in terms of top side, that has some cage laid in him at this particular weight, and handles about where he needs to in terms of muscularity, behind the blade, down the top side. The one I'm going to use today is the young man here in the green to win the class. I'm going to follow him with the young ladies here. I think this one could be a little stronger right there in the top side of his skeleton relative to our class winner. But when a handler, she comes with more shape out of her blade relative to the young man's that's going to ultimately be third. Now I do love the silhouette that this one offers. This particular weather needs more time to get more shape and muscle coming out of his blade, and down through his loin. I think that one, when he comes together, is going to be really nice because he patterns extremely well. Let's put our hands together for all three of these exhibitors.
For your heavy lightweight goats, first place goes to Zane Beaver, second place goes to Bailey Pennell, and third place goes to J. Tom Price.
For our lightweight division champion here today, I think from a profile standpoint, you have to really appreciate both this pair, just in terms of how they're built and the quality. I think they're both very high quality. Simply put, one's just further along here today, just has a little more to it than the doe, and that's going to be this young man here for champion lightweight division.
Good job, Zane. What are you eating? Did you bring me some? Y'all ready for Saturday? Hey, this year we're gonna be mean.
Yes.
We're gonna be
I can practice it
we're gonna be the
with
toughest, meanest, and fastest team.
Honey, let me tell you something. I'm mad at Miss Kristen.
Why?
She won't let me be like the person that taps like she won't let me be the person where Chloe taps my shoulder. Because she says I'm too small.
That's okay. It's all right. It's fine.
But I'm point guard.
Good.
Kendall's gonna make the game
For reserve, you could talk this again somewhat close. Just love the
We're gonna
design.
run a lot this year too. I know that
The
stinks.
smaller
We're gonna
one,
be faster.
that one's got a bright future. And if it were a prospect show here today, I probably would be leaning this direction.
I still got new clothes on.
The reserve just a little further down the road here today, and so both these are this young lady's goats. But congratulations for bringing some nice ones.
Miss Bailey Pennell, get your reserve.
For your lightweight division, your champion is Zane Beaver, and your reserve champion is Bailey Pennell.
So I need to?
And that's with her first one. Her lightweight.
Huh?
Was that with her lightweight that she
I
won?
think it was her heavy lightweight.
It was her heavy one. Okay, thank you.
Coming in the ring now, we have our light middleweight goats. In this class, we have Dally Miller, Kale Beaver, Nicholas Hernandez, and Granger Smith.
It's our biggest group so far. Most stubborn animals in the world. Goats. They're so stubborn. Oh, we had a pet one for a long time, remember? No, our pet goat we had?
his name?
No, his name was
Cheetah?
Taco was our dog's name, remember? The dog we got after Pork. What's his name? I thought it started with a T, like Toby, but it wasn't Toby.
I'm pretty sure the goat's name is Taco.
I promise you it wasn't, because our dog's name was Taco.
I don't have Taco anymore.
No, he died. We've got the two little ones. We've got Prada and River, and then we got Riley and Bandit in the back. Our, yeah, our big husky, the boy husky. We got 2 huskies.
Why do I like huskies?
They're good dogs. They're good, like they're scary, but they're good guard dogs. Heavy middleweight.
Can I move this just a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not even using them.
Really nice class here, and again, they sort themselves ultimately on the handle, and I think you know the one that I'm going to lead with is going to be this young lady here. That one bounces up extremely well, really strong. This top side of her skeleton. Man, I tell you what, this one is really impressive when you lay hands on her. Just right out of the blade all the way through her. Just a tremendous one in this particular individual. The one that's going to be second is the young man next to her there. And I do love the design and silhouette of this one. You know, he may have a slight advantage there just in terms of length of hip and one that's really extended. But when you get your hands on him, compare, he does have some shape, don't get me wrong. I think he's a little greener to his loin than the one that's going to ultimately win today. But that one there just puts a lot of nice things together. I think a bright future down the road. He is more descriptive in his top shape than the one here that's going to land in third. Again, that's another one that rivals the one in second just in terms of profile and silhouette look from the side. Again, get my hands on him, on her, and just coming right out of that blade and in through that forearm. Just not quite as handles as full as the one that's going to land in second. Even so, with that said, does have more working on the top side of the skeleton relative to the one that's going to conclude our class. This one here is more of a production-oriented type goat. Again, this takes time to develop more in terms of muscularity down that top side of the skeleton. But 4 really nice ones. Let's commend all these kiddos for bringing a nice set.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, right down the line. He made it easy for
For
us.
your
sometimes.
live middleweight
Somebody
goats,
just lined them up for me.
Yeah, they lined them up
first
right.
place goes to Dally Miller, second place goes to Kale Beaver, third place goes to Nicholas Hernandez, and fourth place goes to Granger Smith. Now we'll have our heavy middleweight goats. In this class, we have Granger Smith and Granger Smith, but shown by Lane Stansel.
nice pair here in this class. And you know, the one that I'm going to start with, to me, is fairly obvious. This one that just reads like I'm a show goat. You know, when you hit the ring, very impressive in terms of silhouette design and skeletal correctness. I love the functionality of this one on the go as it come in, and just a real balanced, up-fronted goat that's got enough to him here where he's at. You know, down the road he's going to continue to get better. But just love the color about this chocolate goat here today. He's going to win. Young lady that's driving one out here today, that's a really good design one as well. Again, get your hands on them. I think they definitely separate right out of the blade and down the top side. But two really nice individuals out here in this class. Let's congratulate this young man for being a nice pair.
Hey, Brookie, which one of those was it? Was it the 229 or 230? If you don't
For
mind.
your heavy middleweight goats, first place goes to Granger Smith, and second place also goes to Granger Smith.
You're fine. Granger making it happen today, buddy. Good job. $230. Thank you. Make sure I get my paperwork right. So is this champions for the middleweight class? Who do you think's gonna win this one? Dally or Granger? Who's your pick? Dally or Granger?
Yeah, here for division champion, and I see some
Dally.
differences amongst this pair.
They both look pretty good.
As I see them, you know, I do think that the young men have some advantages over the young ladies and vice versa. I think I love this one's design and skeletal extension.
I think Granger's
I love
gonna
the
get
power in the young ladies
I like this.
On the far left, and ultimately being the market animal
Switch theirs.
show.
Change it
When
to
I get
Granger.
my hands on them, I think there's quite a distinct difference in terms of power on the blade, top shape, and dimension.
Huh?
Young lady's going to have a champion.
Y'all shouldn't have changed. Dally won it. Why'd you change?
We were right the first time.
I convinced y'all, huh?
You're so mean.
I'm sorry.
Thanks a lot, Julie.
You can tell I don't do this anymore with my kids because I have no idea what's supposed to look good. I thought Granger had it. I thought he had it. I'm sorry.
Last night during this steer show, my mom was like, I don't know what I'm looking at. They all look like big teddy bears.
You got to get out there and show you one of those big steers.
Bring in
I bet you
that
could do it.
second, and again,
You should get out there and show one of those big
just in terms
steers.
My brother's
Design and profile. of
Are they? You
just
should.
a little closer between these
I bet you both of y'all.
Yeah, it went stuck to my foot.
Again,
I heard Chloe fell off a horse the first time she rode one.
Man, if we could just
Kendall's house.
put the power.
But she was okay. She got right back on. She's like, I'm fine.
I landed
This
right on
goat
the
that's going to
time
be
I fell
preserved
off.
and the champion in this particular individual's profile and design, we could have a tremendous goat. Ultimately, one just handles better today with more shape and spread. That's the second place in that particular class of my reserve division.
Kale Beaver is a reserve.
It just left me in a little bit of shock, but then I got back. That's what the steering foot did to
For
me.
your middleweight division, our champion goes to Dally Miller, and your reserve champion is Kale Beaver.
Oh, it's whatever.
Good job, Mad Dog. Good job. Doing great. We just got 2 classes left. It's the goats. It's going fast. I like it. I'm going to have a break before our basketball game. Remember, folks, basketball varsity boys at 5 o'clock here in Gale. It'll be on Coyote Country Radio. Y'all don't forget to tune in.
Heavyweight goats. In this class, we have Dally Miller, Granger Smith, and Dally Miller shown by Tinsley Horton.
The landlord. Rick Egan.
I think it's the second one. Are you gonna start?
Yeah, like our goal is for everyone on our team to have at least 2 or 3 fouls every game. That means you're playing hard.
I'm just scared because Boston fouls all the time.
Boston does? That's all right. That's good.
But no, like whenever we play just in Coach Schmidt and stuff, she fouls like 6 times.
That's fine. We have enough. She'll foul out. We'll still have more.
Time one person gets
It's okay.
the goal.
We'll be all right. That means we're mean. We're tough.
Get your class up. I think
It's gonna be fun. We're gonna win this year.
Again, I get my hands on them, and
We got 2 girls now that have played Breeze basketball.
Reassured about the one that I'm going to lead
And you
with.
get meaner every year. You get tougher every
Pretty close
year.
Up here on the top, ultimately, when I get my hands on
Y'all are all gonna do what Madison does on defense too. Yes. That's how we're gonna steal the ball and go score.
Here today, I think it's really close. When I get my hands
No,
on
we just need another name
she's
so we can
firmer.
say their names when they have
She's
the
firmer in her handle.
Chloe's knee pads have her name on it. It says Chloe.
Admire that about her. I think this is probably a little more quick.
We ain't scared. She ain't scared.
Plate set. Yeah, it does have some spread down that top. Just a little softer to the touch relative to our class winner. I love the design.
Breeze made Chloe very, very, very mean in basketball. If she wasn't already mean. Breeze basketball. When she played Breeze.
Get my hands on this one. This one needs more shape, spread, and power down the top side of the skeleton. But let's congratulate all 3 of these for a nice set.
Third. First and second.
2-3-1. It's 2-3-1.
I don't know which one of them though, because Dally had 2.
2-3-1.
Her 1437 was the
Pure
first
Light
one.
Heavyweight Goats. First place goes to Dally Miller. Second place also goes to Dally Miller. And third place goes to Granger Smith.
See, I didn't know because she had 2 of them. I didn't know which one was what. Heavy, heavy. Yeah, Dally times 2.
You see the picture I made of you? It's not very good.
I'm down to 52%.
Go when it stays still. Really?
I hate iPads.
Why, what am I?
Like, it's been plugged in the whole time. It started at 100%, and I'm down to 52%, and it's plugged in.
Because that's the monochrome. Black and white.
Which Chloe's is a newer one. Hers doesn't really do that as bad. Which this was a $1,000 iPad. You think it would work when it's charged?
Now we have our heavyweight goats. In this class, we have Dally Miller and also Dally Miller, but shown by Tinsley Horton.
Really nice pair here in this particular class, and both of these you have to appreciate for their skeletal build and design, and ultimately, I think there's one that A, handles better, and B, when you just study them and get up over them, just a really round-bodied individual that I really appreciate the cage that's laid in her. I think a bright future. Young lady here is going to lead off this particular class. Another high-quality individual is going to follow her. One that's constructed extremely well. When you get your hands on them, I just don't see quite as much coming out of that blade in the top side. Again, maybe just not quite as in a portion of her cage, but a really nice one.
I saw a 2.7 on the tag
really
on this one.
Congratulations.
For our heavyweight goats, first place goes to Dally Miller, and second place also goes to Dally Miller.
Hey, Glenn, that was 5.27? Thank you. My diabetes eyes are a little better than I thought. Champion drive for our heavies. These are Dallies.
Yeah, in this division, and I tell you what, these two are very impressive. They're a lot alike just in terms of build and width, and just both very three-dimensional out here. And I certainly appreciate that about them. Again, when you just get into the nuts and bolts, get your hands on them, there's one that's just a little more explosive. I really like the way this one handles. A young lady here. Immediately in front of him is going to have our division champion. Taking nothing away from this one, a very high quality individual as well.
I believe that was the light heavyweight. That was a lighter one that won it?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. My eyes aren't very good to see those tags sometimes.
Yours are worse than mine. You're in trouble.
I got diabetes and I'm not that good at it.
Well, they tell me they could declare me as being diabetic.
Yeah.
He's giving me a chance.
Yeah.
I said, man, you just might as well go ahead and get me on the program.
Right. Get ahead of the game, buddy.
Yeah, because I ain't good at changing my habits.
That's how I am. Yes, sir. Let me keep what I'm doing and take some insulin. Yeah, you can just take a pill, metformin, usually what it is. See, my pancreas was crushed in football in junior high, so I'm type 1.5 diabetic because I wasn't born with it, but I am insulin dependent. So it's a weird, like I tattoo, I even put that on there, type 1.5.
Do you wear a patch?
No, sir, I don't. I could get on an insulin pump, but. Right, to your phone? Yeah. Yeah, I need to get one of those. Because I don't test mine enough.
Yeah, he'll go off on his phone. So I bet he
Yeah, no, those are neat. Yes, sir. Reserve champion drive. Dally with her. This is her 44 right here.
Really nice pair here for reserve. Bring in that other goat and one that has a lot to offer. Again, I love this one's width and particularly width with that loin and a lot of things about that individual. The one that most closely follows our champion, in my opinion, and I think it's really close. I know the young lady probably disagrees with me from the standpoint that she showed the other goat class, but for me today, the champion just handled just a little firmer right there in that right out of the blade. This one's got plenty there, just maybe not quite as firm as our champion. Just a tremendous individual. Love the balance. I love the proportions of this particular individual. Another high quality that should be my reserve.
And I don't know which one that one was. Will you find out that tag number for me, please?
I think it was the light heavyweight. Actually, I'll find it.
Hey, Brookie. What was the tag number on that one?
For your heavyweight division, your champion goes to Dally Miller, and your reserve champion is also Dally Miller. Also, for lunch today at the concession stand, they have homemade stew, grilled cheese sandwiches, sausage wraps, nachos, and pizza. So stop by the concession stand that's brought to you by the class of 2023.
I can turn this off, maybe it'll charge. We're under 50%.
Yeah.
And there's always a lot of pigs. Everybody likes pigs.
Pigs.
Stubborn animals. I had a friend in high school that had a big old potbelly pig.
Yeah.
Every time you'd go to his house, you'd have to run from your vehicle to his front door because that thing would chase you. It was so mean. Like, it was huge, too. Had to weigh 250, 300 pounds at least. And it was mean. Yeah, you'd have to run from your truck to get to his house. I had a rooster the same way when I was in high school.
Really?
Like, it would attack us on the way to the vehicle.
It's super mean.
And then finally my dad put it down with the 22.
Yeah.
And it took 2 shots in the head to put it down. Yeah, it was. It was. Called him El Macho Garacho. Did you ever find out which one that was?
That's also trap.
Okay. It's hard when they have 3 or 4 different ones in there.
I think it's like that.
The reserve of the top one? Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
I think I have one. Yeah, it has to be. It's 440.
You're the man. You're right. Good job, Mad Dog. Thank you, Brookie.
I'm really pleased with my division champions out here today. 3 very high quality individuals, and I think ultimately they're all really good made. They're at various stages of development as well as they should be, and so ultimately, you give the light in the middle a little more time relative to our heavyweight, and things get closer if we make them all the same weight. But you know, when you get your hands on them, it becomes apparent to me the one that needs to be champion today is our heavyweight. Congratulations.
So is that 1437 one?
Yes.
The one at the bottom of the light heavyweights? Oh, okay, thank you.
Bringing that second placement, that's another stout individual, very three-dimensional out here. And so, again, I talked about stages of development, and yet when I get them out here, the one that I'm going to use today for a reserve is one that I think ultimately is going to be a big timer. And I think it's relatively close, but if we go pound for pound out here, I think he's big enough today to be my reserve. Congratulations.
Were those all galleys? All three of them?
No, Zane's.
Zane's was? Okay. Which one got?
I don't know.
Not sure which one it was. If you'll please,
Your overall champion
Brookie, if
goes
you'll please
to
find out the tag
Dallin
on that
Miller,
one.
And your reserve champion also goes to Dallin Miller.
Is it the break now?
Thinks it should be.
It's right?
It should be, yeah. 30-minute break?
Break, right?
30 minutes. Give you time to relax a little
Now
bit.
we're going to have a 30-minute break, so I suggest going to get some food from the concession stand.
Good call.
044, thank you. Thank you very much. Good job, Mad Dog.
Of course.
Let's take this off right quick. Show you guys the results here. Grand champion goes to Dally Miller's light heavyweight. And the reserve grand champion goes to Dally Miller's heavyweight. Those are for your heavies on your goats. Skipping on back to our previous, let's see here, our middleweights. Up to lightweight. And again, back to your lambs. Show you those results again. Reserve grand champion for your sheet went to Lane Wetzel with his medium wool heavyweight. Your overall grand champion was Jet Napper with his fine wool cross heavyweight. And the rest of the results from your lamb show. And again, last night's results from the steer show. Overall reserve champ went to Maddox Merkett last night with her British heavyweight. There's your Americans. And your European lightweights. And the rest of your steer. Your overall grand champion was Lainey Stansel for the steer show last night with her European heavyweights. We have a 30-minute break before our swine show, and we have a lot of hogs coming up, folks. Let's see here. I've got, show you ahead of time what we got coming up in 30 minutes. There's our black OPB lightweights. Holton there with a couple. Drew will have a hog. Your middleweights will have Bentley and Finley. On to our heavyweights, Bentley will have 2 hogs in that class. Your white OPB, Rexy Sanders. Turn the page, Goonie. Yorkshire. I like to say Yorkshire. It sounds fancy. Paisley Fulton. For your Durocs, Finley. In Class 7, the middleweight Duroc will have Kimber and Paisley. Your heavyweight Durocs, Kimber will have 1. Rexy and Bentley will join her. Hampshire. Lightweights, Bentley and Harper Grigsby. Lots of hogs. Finley in there as well. Your Hampshire middleweights will have Landon and Zach. Zatak Lewis with the twin. Heavyweights, Kimber Cone and Tinsley Horton. Then onto your cross, your lightweights will have Holt Freeman, Jenna Holbrooks, and Zach Lewis. The cross light middleweight, Jenna Holbrooks and twin Eli Grigsby. And then the last page. Thanks, Summer. Summer's helping me out so I don't drop everything here. There we go. Couldn't get it. Okay, then continuing, Tinsley Horton will have 2 hogs. And then our cross middleweight, Zach, Paisley, Tinsley, and Paisley. And then the cross heavyweight will have Rexy Sanders and Kimber Cone. And that'll wrap up our 2023 Borden County Junior Livestock Association Stock Show. Coming up about 25 minutes, we will have a different link for that broadcast, folks. We're going to go ahead and shut down this live stream, charge up my iPad a little bit. We'll be back with the hogs. Let's see, right now it's 11:22. We'll be back on probably at around 11:35, 11:40. But again, search Coyote Country Radio, search for our channel on YouTube, subscribe. It should give you a notification. And we'll also post on Facebook when we come live again in 30 minutes. We want to thank our sponsors again, Stevens and Telchick, SST Wealth Management, S&C Oil Company with Ray and Karen Stevens. Big thanks to Amy Hargrove with Hargrove Crop Insurance, the Cone family with the Blue Paw Cafe. Thanks to Mike and Tammy Valentine with Miller Land and Cattle Company, Gavitt Creek Incorporated with Ralph Miller, JP Ranch and Feed out of Snyder. Thanks to the Borden County EMS, Becky Justice and the legendary Coyote Store, the Hortons family with Simplot Grower Solutions. We'll take a break and we'll be back here in about 20 minutes. they'll do just like they always do. In the first place one will go in there, I think. First and second. Maybe just first. Hey, I need my paper. I need my clipboard. The same information's over there on that paper if you'll just turn the page.
It's already on there.
Get into our hog show here today, and in this first class of Black OPBs, there's some sort in here, and ultimately it becomes a kind of a which one checks the most boxes to me here in this particular class, because all three of these individuals offer up some qualities that maybe give them an advantage in an area or two, and so ultimately there's some give and take. The one that to me checks the most boxes, and if I could change this one in one particular area, it would really become much more of a no contest. But I'm going to start with the young man's Berkshire Bear here directly in front of me. From a profile and design standpoint, that was just tremendous. You talk about levelness and look up front. Appreciate those things about this individual. I think certainly stout enough legged. Offers a good jawline and headset there. Really comfortable from the profile. I explained this one's hocks in just a touch. That's the area where I would change this individual to be able to maybe call this a no contest, because that was designed and look and profile, and still combined with some shape and muscle for his age or weight. To me, checks the most boxes. And then we get into a pair that's very similar just in terms of basic build and design. Ultimately, there's one that is a little bolder through the center portion of the body, a little bigger in terms of back shape, and is a notch more correct there on the rear leg. This young man here is going to be second. I do like the design of the one that's going to land in third. That gilt offers up a nice profile from a pulling gilt standpoint. We could maybe make her just a notch stouter legged compared to the one just above her. And again, change her and reconfigure her just a touch on those rear two relative to the one in second to be able to switch that pair. But that's how that one shakes out in my mind. Let's congratulate all three of these young men for bringing a nice set.
That's wholesale, the one that got second? Okay, thank you. All right, we'll say first place, Black OPB lightweight. So first place, Black OPB lightweight.
First place, Black OPB
Lightweight.
lightweight
Goes to Holt Freeman.
goes to Holt Freeman.
Holt. Second place also goes to Holt Freeman.
Second place also goes to Holt Freeman. And third place goes to Drew Freeman.
Good job. Good job. Hang on, I don't know if this is. Yeah, they got to get Drew. They're trying to get that one out, right? This will be. Yeah. Finley ready? Finley coming out? Yeah, you can go ahead and announce it. So this is our Black OPB middleweight class.
This is our Black OPB middleweight class.
You have Bentley Smith
We have Bentley Smith
and Finley.
and Finley Kelly.
Good job. Hey, good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Good work, man. It's always good to get two of them in there right off the bat.
not doing it right?
Yes, this is all for this
The second class here, again, a couple of nice individuals. There's one that just puts together the most in one package, just a really nice balanced individual. One that just loved the way this was proportioned from the side and the flexibility and ease of movement, the squareness of field. Combine that with the extra body and the dimension and feel. Young lady here on the far end is going to win this particular class. I do think
Finley.
the young man's Jill here to my right is just a bit more descriptive in terms of top shape and power there. Beyond that, I don't see her quite balancing as well. I'd like to reconfigure her just a touch out of her hip and square up just a touch on those rear two, and maybe perhaps drop a little more flake in that one. But let's commend both these young people for a really nice set.
Yeah, we did that backwards. I think. We gotta get that one out. Put hers in. All right, you'll say first place in our black OPB middleweight goes to Finley.
First place in our black OPB middleweight goes to Finley Kelly, and second place goes to Bentley Smith.
I say up next we have our black OPB heavyweight class.
Up next, we have our black OPB heavyweight class.
Bentley Smith with 2
Bentley Smith with 2
hogs. Who's gonna be showing his other one? Wait and see who shows his next one and give them a shout out. Hey, she's been doing good. You see who that's helping them yet?
And the second thing is shown by Taylor Coe.
There you go. Good job. Oh, quit trying to get off the camera. I'm gonna put you right on it, Philip. Every time they duck, they go right on camera. So every time you duck under my camera, I'm just going to put you right on it.
Very contrast these two individuals. I think the young man is guilty here just as offers more just in terms of stoutness of feature and muscle back through that hip and relative to our one that's going to land in second today. The one in second it's kind of a production-oriented bear. It's a little less descriptive about his top shape, and plain or flatter about his muscle. When we get in and studying through his runs and rifle relative to our class winner. But that one there is a basic profile and production look. Certainly is to be commended. Let's congratulate both these young people.
Yeah, you got first and second, but we got to figure out what tag number. You'll just shoot. We'll figure out which one it is in a second.
First place goes to Bentley Smith, and second place also goes to Bentley.
Which one of those do you have as first for Bentley on that last one? That's 2-1? Okay. Thank you, sir. Yes, Fulton.
This isn't wide OPB.
Huh?
This isn't wide OPB.
I know
Yeah,
that's
here,
what's coming up next.
Champion Black OPB Drive, again, three really nice individuals.
So this is what they're
Talk about
seeing right now on
each one of
YouTube,
us,
so they don't see that.
class and get them
Well,
out here,
after they get finished up
31
here and Rexy
individuals
comes out,
just
I'll hit
very
that and then I'll show
striking to me,
Rexy showing.
for a virtue breed, one that's just so nicely balanced and square and genuine in its build. Love the three-dimensional look, the correctness of feet and legs, the rib shape and body and
Finley's
stoutness of feature, all combined in one package. Young ladies, got your champion Black OPB here today.
Good enough to win, huh? Good job, Finley. Yeah, just throw all of our sponsors over the top of it. Like this is the preview, so I'll take that off, preview, and hit that, switch it over.
For reserve, I think it does get a little closer out here between a couple of these individuals. We drop in that second place hog, and again, I really like the front 2/3 of that one. Love the back shape and dimension. Talked about the lightweight. Love the profile of this one, and if I could just square him up from behind just a touch, I just think that one there just could be tremendous. Then we get into the young man here directly in front of me. Talk about a stout featured one, a lot of power, and love his top shape, big hipped individual, almost to a fault. I'd like to see that one just a tick more flexible out of that hip, but even so, I think he checks the next most boxes here today. He'll be my reserve.
Bentley on the reserve.
It don't matter. You got it.
I'll figure out which one that was.
It's different.
Well, that one didn't go in the pin. It
Yeah,
had
it
to-
did.
Your champion
Maybe this
Black
one.
OPB
That one,
goes
yeah.
to Finley Kelly, and your reserve Black OPB goes to Bentley Smith.
Yeah, because I only put the first place ones in there, right?
Yeah. No, it's first and second.
Is it?
Yeah, but he showed the first place one.
That was Bentley's big one, right? That was the heavyweight.
Release the beast.
All right, see, look, now I just
Next
percent.
in our white OPB, we have Rexy Sanders.
Bam. See? And then what I do is as I'm showing that, I got to go in and change this for the next one. All right. We're going to
Pants.
When one of these is this particular breed, by the way, this is a Chester White. They walk in and pick, so you know, since we're joking, this is no joke though. You know what first thing you hear? Lots of them. This is a very high quality Chester White hog, in my opinion. Man, I tell you what, I don't know where you got this thing. I commend the breeder that you got this thing from. You have it highly presented. I love this one's look and design and build. Comes at me with a great chest floor. Just up-fronted, extended, offers a tremendous look, tracks away, love with inset and squareness to the ground. That one's right on point where it needs to be. Let's give this lady a nice round of applause. She's your champion rider of the year.
Rex and Effects. Good job.
Next, in our Yorkshire, we have Paisley Fulton.
You drop in the next one, all you hear is another single entry here in the Yorks, and I'll just see if y'all are awake out there. Come on. These kind of, they like the Chester that we just saw in this Yorkshire Period Hog here, really gets my juices flowing as a hog breeder and a hog enthusiast. Love this one's look and design. That one has a really neat head, level down the top side, and to be as neat and attractive as he is, I think certainly has plenty of bone. Really square build. I like those things about him tremendously well, highly presented. Let's congratulate this young lady for bringing such a high quality. Thank you.
And she is your champion Yorkshire.
And it wasn't even close.
One even close. No competition.
Wasn't no competition. There's a joke for you. These people, they don't go to many much comedy.
I did stand-up comedy for 7 years. This is a rough crowd here.
I kind of comedian myself.
Yeah. Breaking your heart. Getting that confidence.
Rough crowd,
That confidence level. Where's the coffee? We're all waked up here. Oh man. I love it. I love it.
Next, in your Durham lightweight, we have Finley Kelly.
Go Finley.
Can't get this one wrong either.
Let's hope not.
Single entry here in this lightweight Duroc class, but I tell you what, the young lady brings one that's awfully nice. You have to appreciate this one's balance and proportions as he hits the ring, as she hits the ring. I tell you, it's tough when you show guilt and bears together. Not that I don't know the difference, you just get confused when you're talking here. Really good, and just in terms of balance and design, has some stoutness to feature, some muscle laid in this young lady's guilt. Just a really nice one. Again, no competition here. She's your class winner.
Push your film.
Good job, Paisley. That a girl. I'm sorry, Finley. Not Paisley. Can you outrun that thing? You still that fast? You nervous? You did good, girl. You did real good.
Next, in our draw middleweight, we have Kimber Cohn and Paisley Fulton.
Really two nice ones out here in this particular red class. I think both of them are very high quality type of individuals that have some shape and muscle laid in them. The differences between them and ultimately comes down to structural correctness and flexibility and ease of comfort. I think there's one individual, and the reason that is just that hip and hind leg is constructed a little better, squarer and more level. The young lady here in the blue sweater is going to have your class winner. I think that one there is just another one that combines so many positive traits from a design and structural correctness standpoint, and that's where it all has to start, because if we don't have that right, the more muscle we add only compounds those structural problems. And I love the front 2/3 of the one that's going to land in second. If I could reconfigure that one out of that hip and how it relates to that hind leg and make that one more sure of himself. Coming out of that rear leg and that function, maybe this thing becomes a little more of a decision for me. But that one's got a lot of positives to offer, again, in terms of back shape and muscle and look. Let's congratulate both these young ladies for a nice set.
In our general middleweight, first place goes to Paisley Fulton and second place goes to Kimber Cohn.
another nice class here. And, as I study and evaluate them out here today, there's one that ultimately is gonna win here just based upon being a more complete individual that I love from the standpoint of balance and design, and as a more fronted individual, tall at the point of shoulder, yet still relaxed in that shoulder blade. For a red hog, really a good look. I think he's stout enough in terms of bone work, and really excels the one that's going to land in second, and just in terms of top shape and spread there from a top shape and dimension standpoint, tracks away with the big square rump. Again, ladies, Barrett here to my right, is going to win the class. One of the second's going to be the young man Burley Redkey up there in the corner. I do admire that one. That is a stout, dense individual, really stout skull, does not quite offer the look up front as our class winner ultimately does. And maybe again, not quite as descriptive in terms of back shape as I studied them. But that's a very good, solid individual to land in second. I like the look of the one that's going to land in third. I like him from a profile standpoint, almost as much as I like the class winner. However, when he turns and tracks away, he wants to pull those rear two in. If I could square him up and set him out on the corner, then I could maybe make a case to consider that one a little higher in this class. Real nice class. Let's give all these kiddos a nice round of applause.
In our dark heavyweight, Cameron Cohn comes in first, Bentley Smith comes in second, and Rexy Sanders comes in third.
Get out here in our champion Duroc class again. We talked about each one of them in class. I think they all are very complete and balanced individuals. I think they have all those things going for them. There's just one that simply puts more together in one package, combines that show peg look and stoutness in one package, utilizes that rear leg to a high degree. Young lady in blue sweater is going to have a champion record today.
So it's Paisley with the middleweight for the champion?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all I did.
Bring in that second place one, and again, I love the front 2/3 of this particular individual. Man, that one's got a great look up front. Again, like our champion, has that stoutness of jaw and feature and a good look and nicely presented packages. I think there's one that quite honestly puts together the next most in one package in terms of skeletal correctness and muscle and body and dimension with the chest. The young lady here with the heavyweight's going to have our reserve.
Was that her heavyweight? I'm
Paisley
guessing.
Bolton is going to be our champion, and Kimber Cohn will be our reserve.
So the Kimber's heavyweight was the reserve champ,
Yes.
and then Paisley's middleweight was the champion. All right, I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
How many's in each class?
You got some work to do this time, finally.
Gotta earn my pay.
Yeah, right.
Next for our hand try lightweight, we have Bentley Smith, Harper Grigsby, and Finley Kelly.
Hey, do this for me. All you gotta do is just kind of follow them around.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh, this right here is where it's at. You can zoom in and out if you need to.
Okay. Okay. Stop. Look at this chair there.
Here in this lightweight hand trick class, start with the young man down here on the far end. Well, that one there just bounces up extremely well from a profile. Love the levelness that this one shows. Love the stoutness of feature combined with some extra look up front. Big forearm, big legged, big footed individual. Get up on top of this one. Have to appreciate the back spread and dimension and shape that this one has. Big square hip and rump. I really like that one a great deal. And then between the remaining two individuals, the young lady here over here to my right is going to land second. Just in terms of shape and dimension down her top, I think that's where that one has the decided advantage out here. This one is going to land
it's right
third. Big-footed individual,
Good job, thank
good
you.
rear bone, wants to get
Need my
a
seat
little,
back, buddy.
in at the knee, and then wants to square that one up from behind, maybe put a shot more muscle in that one to make you more competitive today. So let's put our hands together for all these kids.
Oh, hand me my pen somewhere. Please, thank you.
Mr. Owen. What was it?
That was 2, 3, 1. Okay, thank you. I'm cheating off of you. Don't tell the teacher. Thank you, sir.
In our Hampshire lightweight, we have Bentley Smith, which is first, Finley Kelly second, and Harper Grigsby third.
I had that different. Off of his sheet, he had Finley first, Bentley second, and Harper third. Were you first on that one, Bentley? Okay, thank you. You had it right, Summer. Finley was second.
In our Hampshire middleweight, we have Landon Grigsby and Zach Lewis.
Come on, paper.
He does excel in terms of both back shape and dimension and hip. Now, I'm going to be the first to say this thing's getting kind of out there in terms of muscle, but yet he still squares up from hocks to ground quite well and has that advantage going for him as well. Again, another one that's going to be in second. Profile-wise, this one here is really sound from the side. He balances up extremely well. Doesn't quite have the look that the champion or the class winner had, but one that offers up some in terms of muscle from behind as he tracks away. Really nice pair. Let's congratulate both these young men.
In our Hampshire middleweight, Zach Lewis is first and Landon Grigsby is second. In our next class for our Hampshire heavyweight, we have Tinsley Horton and Kimber Cone.
Really nice pair here in this particular class. Both offer a great look from the side. I really like the way both of them balance and proportion from the side. There's one that does it just a notch higher degree, just in offering a really sharp look up front. Still has enough stoutness and feature to go with tremendous back shape and muscle. I think that one that's going to win is square from hop to ground. Square chested coming out, and the young lady coming out, and here's going to have the class winner. Taking nothing away from another, but it's really nicely presented, real three-dimensional. Another one that has a lot of muscle. Just change them in those two areas, and it becomes a closer contest. Congratulations, young ladies.
In our Hampshire heavyweight, Tinsley Horton first and Kimber Cone second.
really three nice individuals here out here competing for Champion Hampshire. Talked about each one in class, and I want to commend these exhibitors for having them all so nicely presented. That's a big factor, and it used to be a kind of something that you could separate yourselves from at these big shows, and now it's just a prerequisite to be able to compete. And so good job to all of you out here in the ring on taking such high quality care of these show pigs and having them presented in this manner. I think we've got three that balance up really well from the profile. All three are stout enough in their build. They all three offer combine that with some look. There's just one that quite simply does it at another level. Young lady over here with the heavyweight's going to be my champion Hampshire. We bring in that second place individual. Again, that's another one that proportions extremely well, really stout, three-dimensional, and offers a lot of muscle and falls into contention. Ultimately, to me, there's one out here that just puts more together than the other two, just in terms of balance and completeness and freshness, and more closely follows our champion Hampshire today. Young man over here, just about to head out, is my reserve champion.
Mr. Zach Lewis, Zatak Lewis.
For our Hampshires, we have Zach Lewis as our reserve and Tinsley Horton as our champion.
The landlord.
In our cross lightweight, we have Holt Freeman, Jenna Holbrooks, and Zach Lewis.
This one either.
Good job, Dally. Good work, girl. You got it.
Say there's 3 or 4 in there.
Good job. Good work. Gotta give credit where credit's due. For the folks that go unnoticed.
This particular crossbreed class here, we'll start with the young man Solid Black one here in the center of the ring. I think just in terms of design and balance is where we start with this particular hog. He's a stout mug one that still has some look and admire that about him. Big forearm, heavy skeleton hog. Get up on top of him. You have to appreciate the back shape and freshness of rib and turn to his rib. He's a wide pin hog that's square from behind. He, when he speeds up, he wants to get a little east-west, but and that one checks up a lot of boxes here in this particular class. The next one that I'm going to follow with, the young lady's white, predominantly white bear here. That one is perhaps a notch taller fronted than our class winner, but beyond that, just doesn't have quite the balance that I like in my class winner. I do appreciate the shape that he shows me and the muscle, and he's very fluid out here.
Good job, buddy.
Maybe just
good job.
Want to fix him in a small area, just maybe leaving him out through his hip. That's
Couple blues.
That's like to see. Solid hog, not a lot of major holes in either. I love the rib and body of the one that's going to land in 3. I just feel like he's more rigid on those rear 2 today compared to the 2 above him. If we can make him flex and go better there, perhaps we can make him a case to move up. But congratulations to all these young people for a really nice class.
In our cross lightweight, Holt Freeman first, Jenna Holbrook second, and Zach Lewis third. In our cross light middleweight, we have Jenna Holbrooks, Eli Grigsby, Tinsley Horton, and another Tinsley Horton. Shown by Rexy Sanders.
Yeah, I told you about that. Oh my goodness. I just was fun.
challenging class for me,
up,
just as I weighed them out in my mind, and the longer I've studied them, because there's one here that when you just study them right off the bat, profile, wins by a mile, and yet he's got a hole in him that I need to change. But I luckily, for this young person, I don't single trade judge, and I check those boxes in my head and go to add them up, and ultimately he's going to check the most boxes. One that's just from a profile standpoint, how do you make one much better, just in terms of levelness and look, feature, and bone and foot size. That one there is just tremendous. If I could change him as he turns and goes away out of those hops, square him up a notch, then it's just a no-brainer. But again, he checks the most boxes today in this class. The young lady over here with the blue hawk's going to win. From there, the one that most closely follows him, just in terms of profile and look and design, skeletally, is perhaps a little, perhaps he's better going away from behind. He's not as bold in his shape and not as bold in his rib, nor is he as stout in his leg or foot size as our class winner. He's definitely not the prettiest in terms of color, but he's second place today. He checks the next most boxes. I like that one a great deal. I think that hog's going to get better as he develops, as we head into maybe these major shows in terms of spread and shape and volume of muscle. The one that's going to land third is the young man's predominantly black blue mask one. That one that kind of defaults into third. I love the design and skeletal correctness of this one. No doubt from a profile standpoint. I like his freshness of rib. He gets a little plainer about his muscle, just to be quite honest. You get into the nuts and bolts of him, he's flatter back in terms of muscle, less to strip. He gets a little less muscle than the particular class winner there. But that's a good fault-free hog. He just doesn't have the extras in terms of presence and look, and then the two above him now. This one certainly has a tremendous back shape that's going to conclude our class. I love the front 2/3 of him. He gets pinched in his ham loin there and gets more restrictive, and that leads to a straighter hock as well. Got to change that one.
Hey, Tinsley,
form to
was that the
function, make it go
937
better, more flexible for me today to be able to move him up. Congratulations to all these young people.
The tag number on the first one? Is that 937 one? Okay, thank you.
Okay, what is it?
So it goes 4, 3, 2, 1. Her second one. So she got first.
First place, Tinsley Horton. Second place,
Thanks, buddy.
Tinsley Horton. Third place, Eli Grigsby. And fourth place, Gina Holbrooks.
Who's showing the other one? Who's showing the other one? No, Lane. Lane. In our next class for cross middleweight, we have Zach Lewis, Paisley Fulton, Tinsley Horton, and another pig with Paisley Fulton shown by Bailey.
I'm down to 10%. And I turned it off and charged it during that break the whole time. Horrible. It's horrible.
Really nice class, and this is a class that's just a lot of quality in from top to bottom, because there's no major flaws in any of these four individuals. There is one that has so many good traits that's going to win the class, just in terms of balance, proportions, stoutness of feature combined with look, squareness of build, back shape, tremendous hip, highly presented young ladies. Blue Bear is going to win the class. I'm going to follow him with the second place bear with this five belted one over here. I love the balance and the proportions of this one as well. I don't see him quite as stout to the ground as our class winner does ultimately. Maybe that's the biggest factor between this pair, just in terms of stoutness and build there from that standpoint. But that one's got a great rib shape laying in. He's really attractive up front. He's got good shape working up high and good muscle out through his hip. So that's another one that's really a high quality bear. Young ladies, other white belt that's going to land in third. That one's constructed extremely well in terms of his build. He's real genuine from that standpoint. His flexibility of skeleton is just tremendous. I love the center dimension that he shows me. Quite frankly, he just gets a little plainer and less descriptive about his back shape relative to the two above him today. But that's another one that you tweak on here and there a little bit in the next 20, 30 days. You can take him to another level.
Will you get me the tag number on the one that Paisley won with?
He is a sharp-looking hog. He bounces extremely well. He gets a little trailer about his homework and to the ground relative to the remaining the ones above.
You're the best.
That one's got muscle. He's got a big hip. Just doesn't quite tie it all together in the balance package.
4123 is what I got.
Really nice class. Let's congratulate all these exhibitors.
In our cross middleweight, we have Paisley Fulton first, Tinsley Horton
two more,
another Paisley Fulton third, and Zach Lewis fourth.
I was worried about that. Looked like a trap.
Hey, that'd make good video right there. We go viral after that.
In our next class, we have Rexy Sanders and Kimber Cove. Cross heavyweight.
I'm down to 8%.
In this particular class, I like both these individuals from a profile standpoint. Ultimately, it boils down to balance and comfort level out here today, and that's the word that really comes together when I just describe our class winners. Is really those two words: balance and comfort. Really fresh made individual, fresh back shape, big wide hip and full rump laid in this one. Maybe just doesn't wow you in any one particular area, but is so balanced and complete. Young lady's flat there over here on the right going to win the class. Now, this is a stout individual that's going to land in two, and I appreciate that about him. He does have the advantage of, if you want to talk advantages in terms of stoutness, that skull that he has is just tremendous. Great big rib and back leg in him. His comfort level is just way down today. He's not wanting to track out of those rear tube. He's really, almost to the point of being a little ouchy out of that right rear as I watch him tinge at times out here. He's not wanting to get out, flex and push and drive and cover some sawdust out here. And that's what I like to see in these. But that one, beyond that, real three-dimensional, a lot of power in that one. Congratulations to both these young ladies.
In our cross heavyweight, we have Rexy Sanders first and Kimber Cove second.
Tremendous crossbred drive here. Just top to bottom, a lot of high quality individuals, and I'm real pleased with the four that are out here. We talked about them in your particular class and strengths and weaknesses maybe in an area or two. And ultimately, comes down between a pair of them that I think sort themselves to the top pretty quick in my mind. You get 10 different judges and probably get 10 different opinions. But we talked about one that to me, next level. I don't use that term a whole lot. These young judges use it a whole lot. The next level comes to mind. And, I always have, maybe weird, I get these things that come to my mind as I'm judging these hogs. And, the next level is one. And, if I was going to name this one, I'd call it prime time. And that bear that's going to be champion crossbred today, old prime time, is this young lady.
Paisley got you. Just wait, he still has to. Just wait till the line. It's another push toss.
Just come back in that thing, man, it's been forever.
6%. This is like the end right here. I'm so close.
This is not good.
We bring in that second place hog, and again, that's one that tremendous balance and proportions and look, and we study him relative to the white one, and then I'll be honest, and this reserve comes down between this pair, and both are really good hogs, really sound and functional. The difference being in the two, I think I do prefer the proportions of one over the other one. I like the extra show pig look that one offers in terms of presence out here. Young ladies, second place hog is my reserve champion draw.
So which one does that go on?
It doesn't matter, just because we picked him.
Oh, so she got champion and reserve.
Run him right over the top of him. How come you didn't see this one?
Paisley Fulton comes in as our champ and our reserve.
That was all of our hogs and stuff. Can we end off the show with a couple of jokes?
Or we got to do the overall grand champion and reserve grand champion. You can end with, like, I would just do one joke. If you find one real good one. One 649. Well, look at there, folks. Mr. Nate Avey. And Kurt Reinhardt. Look at, I got Horton, Reinhardt, and Avey all in the same video of Navy. You won't even turn around. Look at him. Hey, tell him to turn around right quick. Say, look at that. Hey, what's up, Nate? Good to see you, buddy.
See you. Free champion. Right up here. Okay. Kelly.
Thanks to all these guys that are helping out too in the pen, man. I mean,
So we could do one joke for this part. Switch it over. We can do that. What do you call a four Saint? Oh yeah, Saint Nicholas. Saint Nicholas. Anyways, do you need to have time for a joke?
yeah.
What do you call poor Santa Claus? What? Saint Nicholas.
Saint Nicholas. I think they just thought it was Saint Nicholas. I can think. They seem kind of shaky. I don't trust those trees. They seem kind of shaky. Goonie. This one says, I don't trust those trees. They seem kind of shaky. My wife is really mad because I have bad notions of direction. So I picked up my stuff right instead of left. I packed up my stuff in right instead of I packed up my stuff in left. We should do that one. Right. That's such a drag. We can't say one.
4%. This thing's gonna die on me.
Is it not charging?
It's charging, but it just keeps.
It's like my iPad. It'll charge and then it'll power off and then it'll charge again.
Yeah, like while I use it, the charger doesn't do any good. I'm down to 4% on my iPad.
Well, I got about 4% left in me.
All right, we'll finish at the right time then. You've done a great job.
Before we turn these hogs out and select our grand and reserve grand champion pigs today, again, just want to express my appreciation. I'm honored that I was asked to come work with the kids here today and give my opinion. And again, kids, it's just my opinion today. New judge coming the next show. So I just lined them up how I personally like them. And That's just today, in my opinion. I really appreciate. I don't not big on a lot of big speeches, but I appreciate everybody that put on the show.
Great crowd.
These guys in the ring, girls up here. I liked y'all's jokes. They were awesome.
There you go.
We had a hard crowd today, I know. But you know, if I get too into a speech, I probably won't be able to finish. But
Who's this?
That's Kendall's.
Okay.
Is this your gift?
I don't want to lose it.
Tanner over here. Got to know Jade Boyd several years ago, and she was a sweet girl. She showed some of our pigs, and we got to know her. You know, all I can say, because I won't be able to finish, is she's in a good place, and we don't know she's in the best place.
Amen.
And there's no doubt about that in my mind. You know, and so I would just challenge you kids. I know most of you probably knew Jaden, one of the sweetest kids I've ever known, and was everybody's friend. I guess everybody, you know, and come up to me at shows and visit, give me a hug, and let's all aspire. You know, I know everybody wants to win. We all do. But if we'll be more like Jaden Boyd, this world would be so much better.
Sure.
You know, just I challenge all you kids that knew her, if you didn't, and get to know things about Jaden, what she embodied in the junior livestock program too. And friends and friendships are going to last forever. You know, you're going to send these pigs down the road here before long. That's just all I want to say is let's all try to be more like Jaden was, and this world will be a better place.
Amen. Hey.
what a set of pigs, you know, out here in the Grand Drive. And again, look at the showmanship. Wow. These kids have done a tremendous job showing here today. And boy, these pigs are dialed in. That's reflective of all down in my mind between the pair. And, you know, ultimately, I think they're both big league kind of next level show pigs. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do down the road here not too long. And then there's some other hogs in here that are going to be exciting to watch. And in these respective breeds, that Berkshire gilt, I'm sure she's going to go back and go into a breeding program. And she's the only gilt out here. I'm not really biased. They look that way, but I just sort them on quality. But all of them are just so impeccable in their design and look and balance and structural correctness and presentation. And so I'm just really, I can't overemphasize how impressed I am with the quality that I've seen today. My grand's one that really epitomizes what I feel like I strive to raise in show pigs: balance, structural correctness, design, squareness of build, and just has those extras in terms of look and presence, and next level hip kind of gets it over the edge in this particular drive here today. I'll go out and name the grand champion 2023 Borden County Livestock Show.
Yeah, I guess so.
Paisley Fulton will be our overall grand champion.
Overall grand champion, yeah.
Paisley Fulton will be our overall grand champion.
Is that a cross? Is that a cross that she won with? Because I don't know.
You'll run out of battery.
Yeah, I got 1%. I'm almost.
I knew we should have had them reserved pins here and then just had them changed.
Or is it a Duroc? That's not a Duroc, is it? No.
It's either that one or the one that
This one right here is the one that won it. And that's a cross? Okay. Thank you.
What's your iPad?
Huh? I'm at 1%. Yeah. I don't know if I'll make it to the end.
You have to tell them.
I hate that, but we did get Paisley as our grand champion. It's been... Right here, folks. There's your grand champion, Paisley.
Just to watch you. Oh man.
It's going to be for our overall reserve grand champion.